All right, here is another Nailsin ratings done during the recovery from Hurricane Laura. So there's going to be some really awful technical difficulties here, and I do apologize in advance. Well, in the interest of having material, I intended to do a couple of these. It was kind of like a series on certain mysteries concerning franchises and whatnot. And I just decided I would start on this business of Christopher Eccleston returning as Doctor Who for Big Finish. Now, I guess the title is somewhat misleading there, but not quite. Never really got the full story of why he left the role so early. It was obviously they didn't get along, but what was the reason? It seemed to hint that he wasn't comfortable with a comical character. Then why take the role in the first place? I don't know. Yeah, the only conclusion is that it didn't really click, but click with who? He does have praise for the talent of Russell T. Davies, but maybe they didn't really get along either. And obviously things really took off with David Tennant, and in the end, maybe that was all for the better. But I would have liked to have seen more of Eccleston's Doctor. That was the interesting thing is it kind of brought back a certain amount of mystery. There's all this talk about, I need to bring that back, like what they tried to do recently with Timeless Children. Well, it's not much of a mystery when you spell it all out in a quick little slap job montage thing. So no, that it doesn't really it doesn't bring back mystery. But the mystery of the Doctor when he first appeared was that there was this hint of a backstory, but you never fully knew what it was. But eventually you got it. The Time Lords were introduced. You got that spelled out of who he was. You never really understood why he ran away. It seemed to be like, there might have been something sinister there or something going on, but who knows? And that was just left up there. But a lot of the mystery and secrecy about the Doctor was taken away over time, and that's just the inevitability of narrative and whatnot. You can't just keep it like that and keep teasing it and not deliver on anything. And I would say the classic series did it very well, slowly but surely. To the detriment of the Time Lords from their godlike status to being just oafish bureaucrat guy, stuff like that. But nevertheless, the story was fleshed out. So when the new Who came back, the one thing to set it back was the big question is, where was the Doctor all this time? What was he up to? And the answer was the Time War. But the Time War was never really intended to be spelled out until, Moffat sort of did. Not exactly happy with his response to it, but anyway, that sort of sets it off for the new Doctor Who series. Started off with Eccleston, which he did, and he got that show off the ground and running, and that was that. But apparently, behind the scenes, there was this tension and break between them. And either he wanted out and the BBC was mad at him for that, or the BBC forced him out and he's mad about that. But ultimately what the BBC did to him career-wise, which I haven't heard any really back talk on it. That's what he says, is that he's pretty much blacklisted and had to go work in the States in doing movies like G.I. Joe, which he did not like. And he really didn't like the Thor movie either. So, but he had to work for a living, and that's what he did. But apparently this, as a result of not having work available at home, with the powers that be at the BBC just deciding to punish him like he was a child, when it was all about a disagreement, I guess, of what the character of Doctor Who should be, I'm guessing, and where the show should go. I guess some of the things like that, or he didn't get along with the rest of the cast. Who knows? That's the mystery of it. And it seemed like that was that. And then the special came. And, boy, they were really hoping, certainly Moffat, right up to the last minute, he expected Eccleston to return for that. And he wouldn't. The wound was still pretty raw. And that's where the War Doctor came from and all that. And that was all very last minute. And now he's returning. So one of the theories there is why would he return? It's because, he's a beloved character from the show, and people, you only got a little bit of him, and you wanted to see more. And he has done conventions and whatnot, and so that's probably made it a little easier for him, and for that reason alone, that he has obviously some respect for the character and for the people who liked it, and well, yeah, I could do that, record some. But plus, look, with lockdown and everything, work, it might be few and far between again with all of this, and so, well, here's a job he could do, and expand on the character, and it would be interesting to see what they do with it. I would be more interested in what he was doing before the Rose episode, but as I understand it, I think Billy Piper will be a part of this too, so it'll be kind of more adventures in between the episodes you saw and that sort of thing, which can only go so far because, well, we know how it ends for his doctor. So it is still a bit of a mystery, what pissed him off so bad or them. I don't know, but apparently it could boil down to just a relationship that just didn't work, and they parted company. He didn't, I don't think, deserve to be blacklisted by the BBC and that sort of thing, but, well, that's the BBC, isn't it? Yeah. So I guess it remains a mystery. So there we go, but he is coming back, and boy, the only kind of real excitement about Doctor Who in recent times, huh? Gee, I wonder why they got to do that, and all that Time Lord Victoria story with David Tennant. Huh, I wonder what that's about. Yeah, we all know. Anyway, there you go, the mystery of Christopher Eccleston, but he will return as Doctor Who on Big Finish.